Hey everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to another showcase. So we are taking a look at a legend run. So this is going to be really exciting. Thank you so much for submitting your legend run to me. This is a pretty lengthy video. It's over a half hour. So if you watch the whole thing, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And of course, I would really appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me. And the team is going to consist of Shadow, Alolan Sandslash. I'm not sure if the Charizard is a Shadow or not. I guess we'll find out. And of course, Giratina is not a Shadow because that is not out yet. But yeah, looks like a really strong team. As I said, this trainer, Sylvie Boy, did hit Legend with this team, and now they are currently pushing leaderboards according to them. So let's go ahead and dive right into the battles and see what we got going on for us, beginning with that Sandslash into Virizion. Now, this is not a good matchup because you are double weak to the fighting attacks. Yes, they are weak to ice, but you're double weak to the double kick and the sacred sword, right? So out comes the ancient power into the Alolan Sandslash. Kind of rough. This is looking to be RPS, but let's see if anyone can do it, if anyone can pull it off. It is Sylvie Boy, a really strong trainer. Now you're definitely not going to win this matchup, so there's probably no reason to shield, because even if you get off an ancient power, which I guess you would if you shielded, they would still be able to win that matchup anyway if they let it go. So no reason to shield that, bringing in your own Sandslash. You also don't want to shield this because the drill run, even though it will do a lot and get you very low, you know they have that Virizion in the back. So you're kind of relying on Charizard at this point. Is it a Shadow? I'm actually not sure. Let's find out if it is a Shadow. Trying to switch out right away, and it is a Shadow Charizard. They switch into Reggie. Hold up. They switch into Registeel. Now, you definitely have to shield any attack coming from this Registeel. But hopefully you don't get debuffed, right? Let's see if they decide to debuff. May have been worth baiting there just because, I mean, they had to shield. But still, I understand not baiting as well. But either way, this Charizard will go ahead and go for the Blast Burn. You really do have to do the damage. They do shield as expected. Can you make it to another one? Not before they make it to an attack, which is not great. Because you could get debuffed here, and you do get debuffed, so you are double debuffed, which is unfortunate. I don't think a Blast Burn will KO. Registeel in the Ultra League is ultra tanky, literally. So yeah, it doesn't KO. Oh, they actually bring in Virizion, and you make the catch, sacrificing the Sandslash. Beautiful catch. Now if you're the Charizard, you count the energy, they just got to another attack, you throw this Blast Burn, this should still KO anyway. As it does, and you get to a Blast Burn. Oh my gosh, beautiful gameplay. Able to pull that one out. I told you if anyone can do it, Sylvie Boy is going to be able to do it. Well played, great game. Really good game, really good game. We can see he's currently in at the 2900s. Okay. Yeah, this is not bad. I mean, you do have the Drill Run, which is really nice. Obviously, if they really charge up, they didn't charge up for Focus Blast. Thunder Punch, Photo Swing, I guess would be decent damage. It is Thunder Punch, so we do see a shield. Out comes Jellicent, okay. Well, the good thing about this is Charizard gets to avoid the Jellicent, but at the same time, Charizard doesn't want to see Ampharos either. So it looks like we're going to stay in for now. I mean, Jellicent actually is kind of difficult for this team, but the Sandslash will go ahead and go for the Drill One, picking up that shield. We're going to go ahead and switch right now. The only thing is the Shadow Ball, it won't KO, but it will get this Giratina low, and another one will KO, and I think they make it. Yeah, they do make it. So do you just let the Giratina go? Yeah, if you think about it, you do let it go. The Jellicent is actually tough for this team, especially the backline. Sandslash has play against it, but kind of wanting to switch out the Sandslash. Yeah, this Jellicent really going to town. Getting to another move. This is probably the Surf. Yeah, the Surf makes sense. You could shield this and farm down, but they actually bring in the Ampharos. Gonna go ahead and go for the Ice Punch bait and then the Drill Run. Let's see if the Ampharos shields. They do shield. Oh man, you didn't click on it. Although, well, you would have lost CMP there anyway. So that is really unfortunate. Out comes Charizard. Yeah, they're going to. I mean, that was a CMP tie, so you had to throw the Dragon Claw, but this is not going to be enough to KO. A Blast Burn would have KO'd. But yeah, that was just tough. To be fair, Jellicent is tough for this team, and yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was just a tough one. It was just a tough one. I guess maybe when they brought in the Jellicent, you had to stay in with the Sandslash. But all around, it's just difficult. I don't really know. But good game, nonetheless. Alright, moving on, Sand Slash into Cresselia. We do see the switch into Swamp, and you do bring in Giratina. Really good matchup, although 2 Earthquakes will still be enough to KO the Giratina, but you know you could take one, and you know you're going to take a lot of energy from that Swampert as well, right? So Giratina will go ahead and throw this attack right now. Very nice indeed. Can you make it to one more? Should be able to. Yep, able to make it before they get to the Earthquake. Now, if they shield, you could shield and Dragon Breath down, but they let it go. They do take Switch there, which is really good. This is fine because Cresselia has to throw a Moonblast to KO, and it looks like that may have been a CMP tie event, right? So Ancient Power is going to connect, and it is a CMP. I don't think you undercharge to try and get more farm. Yeah, I think you just like KO the Giratina, yeah. So, the Alolan Sands are actually bringing in Charizard. Ooh, Talonflame coming in, and the opponent does concede there, yeah. So, good game, well played. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. Okay, this is not good, even though you're an Ice type, because you're double weak to counter. If they had Dragon Tail, I guess it wouldn't be bad, but usually I don't expect that. But the Clefable is coming in! No! Giratina, especially with Dragon Breath, hates to see a Clefable or any fairy type, right? Because the move is double resisted. But Clefable did receive the buff this season. It did receive Fairy Wind. They actually go for the Meteor Mash. Interesting. I mean, I guess Moonblast, even if it didn't KO, probably could have Fairy Wind down. So I feel like, I feel like you don't bait there, but they're continuing to bait. This is giving Giratina a chance, actually, because they can definitely Fairy Wind down here, but they might have to shield this because they're going to get low. Yeah, you actually just take that matchup. I don't know if the opponent was going for the bait. That's what it seemed like. But you were able to flip that matchup, unless they're not running Moonblast, but you know, Sylvie is in the 2900s. I'm sure it's double moved, and I'm sure it has Moonblast. So they must have been going for the bait. I don't know, I feel like you don't bait there. It's kind of hard to say. I wouldn't have baited if I was the opponent, but that's okay. That's okay. Charizard is going to go ahead and shield this one up. It's going to be a breaking swipe, because even if they shield the Moonblast, that's totally fine. I mean, you could get to another one anyway. Charizard is going to go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw right now. Down goes the Hexorus. Ooh, it's double Fairy. No Charm User though, double Fairy. This is kind of rough, actually, because the Sandslash really doesn't like this Water Gun Surf damage, right? But the Sandslash will go ahead and go for this attack right now. And that will pick up the shield. Able to get to another one, which is good because Charizard really does not want to see Tapu Fini. This team actually kind of struggles to Tapu Fini as well, especially the Giratina and Charizard backline for sure, right? But either way, oh my gosh, look at that. Barely able to make it to the Drill Run. You needed that Drill Run because they would have been able to Water Gun you and go for attacks. And it looks like this battle is when Sylvie was already a legend. So perhaps a little bit out of order, but that is okay. Anyway, Jellicent is coming in right now. So this Drill Run is going to go ahead and pick up that shield. Do you shield this? I mean, they could go for the Surf Bait. No, they go for the Shadow Ball. Makes sense to go for the Ball, but you never know. I mean, I've had Jellicent bait my Sandslash before, so you never know, because Surf is neutral as well, so that's why they could bait there. There's a Surf, of course. Able to get to this Drill Run, which is really nice. You know, I'll tell you, for some reason I never evolved any of my Shadow Alolan Sandslashes. So with the World Championship event coming up, I will be able to evolve my Shadows, which is going to be really good for me. Anyway, switch it out immediately so they don't get farmed, and that switch out makes a lot of sense because you do have 2 answers in the back to Cobalion. So even if they switch out, that is totally fine. Now the question is, do they bait here? Because yes, you're going to get KO'd from a Stone Edge. It is a Stone Edge. So they don't bait, which is unfortunate, but you do have the Giratina. And they switch into Dragonite. I guess, yeah. So, okay. So I guess you didn't want to shield that Cobalion. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw. And you shield it when they get to an attack. And they do get to an attack. Now, Giratina against Cobalion. You do double resist the double kick, which is good. And you do survive the Stone Edge, right? So you're going to be able to survive it. The only thing is, your attacks are all resisted because you're not running Shadow Sneak or Shadow Claw, right? So maybe a catch is what you're gonna be looking for here. Oh no, you have the drill run, but not able to get it off. That was an over tap. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you had an attack with Sand Slash. Oh, that was definitely an over tap. That is unfortunate. Well, good game. It happens to all of us, but it's really, really, really unfortunate. Okay. Oh, it looks like a little bit of lag there on Sylvie's end. So really unfortunate. You see, this matchup isn't horrible. The only thing is you do have to shield. Yeah. Welcome, Weak Connection. Good to see you, my friend. They probably Zap Cannon, to be honest, they do. So you could have, in theory, called the Zap Cannon, but it's kind of really risky. But either way, they didn't get the debuff, which is really nice. So you love to see that. But Alolan Sand Slash is going to get off that attack, and now the switch, able to catch the move on Giratina. Did you catch a Focus Blast? No, it's another Zap Cannon. Still resisted, but they do get the debuff. Out comes Wolverine. So we're going to go ahead and overfarm. They do go for an attack. No reason to go for Earthquake. It's going to be an Icicle Spear because it is super effective, but you can take it. There'll be a farm down, but at least you get an Ancient Power off. You are debuffed, and Ancient Power not really going to do too much. Are they going to be able to farm you down? Oh, yeah, they will. I mean, they would have even if you got to another Ancient Power, but... Okay, you do have to watch out for the Earthquake here. I'm going to go ahead and just let it go. It's probably the Earthquake. I don't think they bait. Ooh! Never mind, they do bait. I didn't think they would bait because you were down a shield, but no, they actually do bait. Okay. I thought maybe a possible Earthquake catching Charizard, but to be fair, that would have still done a lot. This is probably the Earthquake. No, they are baiting. Oh my gosh, they are baiting again. They are baiting again. Registeel trying to catch, not able to do so. It was literally at 1 HP. Now you can throw this Ice Punch attack, even though it's really resisted. Should still be enough to easily KO as it is. What is in the back? Oh my gosh, it's a Charizard. Now, Alolan Sand Slash is really not that bad against Charizards that run Wing Attack, which honestly is most Charizards. A Blast Bend will KO you, but you're still doing a lot with the Shadow Claws. They have to shield this one. They have to give up that final shield. Now you can bring in Charizard. Yeah, the opponent could have won this one if they didn't bait. Yeah, I would have thrown straight Earthquake because you were up a shield if you're the opponent. But you know what? That's okay. We all make mistakes. Anyway, they do switch out. They had Dragon Breath, which was better for you because you resisted. You let this one go. You go for Drill Run here. But you kind of do want to keep the Sand Slash alive, right? We'll see if the opponent does shield this attack. They might. They do not. Okay. And now you bring Giratina. I like that because you can run down. They will make it to an attack, which is not ideal. But you can still survive it. Again, you do want to keep that Sand Slash alive. So able to farm down with Dragon Breath. And now out comes Giratina. So Giratina is probably going to go ahead and go for the farm down. But not before this Dragon Claw is connecting. If they do go for the farm down, though, they're going to maybe have to shield. No, they don't go for the farm down. Okay, I guess they didn't want to go for the farm down because they would have had to commit a shield. Possibly. They would have taken a lot of damage. Because you did make it to another attack, right? So yeah, I mean, this is great. This is great. Going to be able to get off the Ice Punch. We'll have to see what's in the back. Will you be able to win with the Shadow Charizard / Sand Slash? Right? They actually shielded that. So are you going to shield this one? Yeah, you are going to shield this one. Can you farm down? Because it's Dragon Breath, maybe. Yeah, you are actually able to farm down. What's in the back? You have a lot of energy. Okay, a Alolan Muk. So it's actually the Double Dark Poison team. So I see a lot of Double Dark Poison. I don't know about a lot, but I do see it. Good game, well played. Moving on to the next battle, Sand Slash into Sand Slash. Okay. Okay, in this matchup, I don't bait, but, you know, a bait might be worth it. You know, I'm not saying it's bad to bait. I don't think it would be a mistake if the opponent baits. They do not bait. Yeah, it makes sense. I would bait here, but the opponent catches on Gliscopod? No way. No way. Good game. I mean, not good game. Good catch. Okay. So the thing here is you could bring in the Giratina, which is good. The only thing is you are weak to the Shadow Claws. The same situation as like Jellicent, right? You're weak to Shadow Claws, but you resist the charge attacks. So it's good in that sense. And Giratina will be able to win this matchup. So yeah, this is definitely a good switch in. Yeah, I didn't think they would shield that. So out comes Sand Slash, able to get to an Ancient Power, very nice. Will you get a boost though? A boost would kind of help a little bit. They're still resisting Dragon Breath, but it would still be nice. They are gonna go ahead and throw, so this is gonna be enough to KO, and you just let it go. I would say Giratina had, or did its job. Able to go for the Ice Punch now. I think the Ice Punch makes sense, even if they know it's an Ice Punch because they're counting. Just do as much damage as possible. Well, okay, that's unfortunate that they actually farm down. But it is what it is. Are you going to shield the Charizard? No, just going to let it go. Going to be able to survive the Ice Punch. What's in the back? You do have to shield this. It won't KO, but it will get you low. And we'll see what's in the back. Ooh, okay, this is a loss. Yeah, that's going to be a loss. Good game. Oh, wait. Yeah, good game. Good game. Yeah, definitely a loss. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. Sand Slash into Charizard. Okay. So I did mention earlier that this is actually not a bad matchup for you because you resist the wing attacks as long as it doesn't have Fire Spin, and most of them don't. And when they throw an attack, they could bait. I think the bait from Charizard makes a lot of sense, but even if they do bait, I think it's fine. You're gonna call it? You are gonna call it, and it is a bait. Okay, you could do that as well. Really good call. Now you can shield this and farm down. I think the bait makes sense from the opponent. I don't think that's a mistake, but you know, it could go either way, obviously, right? If they threw the Blast Burn, you would have melted all that ice off that Alolan Sand Slash, but it could go either way. So out comes Walrein. Okay, I mean, they have to throw an Earthquake to get rid of you, so you're going to be doing a lot of damage. You're going to be able to throw... Did you throw on CMP? I actually don't know who wins CMP, but if this was CMP, I guess the Sand Slash does. Okay, it was CMP. I guess Alolan Sand Slash wins it. I didn't even know that. But beautiful counting. Earthquake, yeah, makes sense, of course. Okay, looks like you're going to wing attack down with the Charizard. They do just about make it, and you let this one go. They'll go down, and we'll see what decides to come. Ooh, okay, this is great. This is great. Gonna go straight for the Blast Burn. I think I would have baited here because you'd be able to get off 2 Dragon Claws back to back. But I don't really think it matters. I mean, you get to another one anyway, so yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. And then you have Giratina, which resists all the moves. So, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter regardless, baiting or not, right? But either way, I guess to be safe, you don't bait. But either way, even if they called it, it wouldn't have mattered. But either way, well played, well played. All right, moving on, going up against the Swampert. Kind of rough, because you are weak to the Mud Shots, and Mud Shots are actually adding up. They probably do go Hydro Cannon. They'll charge up for the Earthquake, probably go in for the Hydro. It's up to you whether or not you want to shield it. Actually, instead, you want to catch it. So I do think they went for the Hydro, so that is a beautiful catch. Yep, there's the Hydro. Great, great play. Beautiful catch. You'll love to see it. So they're going to farm up and then switch into Walrein. Makes sense. But the good thing is you do have Ancient Power, so you're going to be strong against them, at least with Ancient Power. And you should survive one. You should survive one so you can get off another Ancient Power. I mean, yeah, you'll still lose this matchup. Yeah, you'll definitely lose the matchup, but that is okay because... Well, the Swampert did, I guess, regain health. Not health. Ooh! Okay, you still lose the matchup. Did regain energy because it did farm up. That boost was cool. Unfortunately, it didn't matter. Did they actually get to another Earthquake? No, they did not. Good counting by you. So able to farm down with the Shadow Alolan Sand Slash. Absolutely amazing. Swampert coming in. This could be the Earthquake. Will Hydro be enough, though? It will not. So, good call. But I guess even if it was the Earthquake, you could probably wing attack down with Charizard. They do shield it up. Okay, this is another one. So you just let this one go. This is going to be enough to KO. And yeah, I mean, they're out of energy now. You'll have to shield because they're going to get to one. They were either out of it or very low. But either way, they do get to it. You should be able to farm down now. But do they switch out? They do into Cresselia. Now Charizard does resist all the moves from Cresselia unless if it has Future Sight, which is a possibility. I mean, it doesn't resist, was it Aurora Beam? But they're not going to have Aurora Beam, right? So either way, Charizard is going to go ahead and shield. They do actually have the Future Sight. That is not good to see. But you did get up to, or are you at the 2 Blast Burns or are you close? Blast Burn number 1 is coming out. Oh, they do have it. That was a CMP tie, unfortunately. Will Future Sight be enough to KO? Charizard, hang on. No, Charizard is not going to hang on. Not a shadow. All right, moving on. Going up against Magic Mason, an amazing streamer. I met Magic Mason. Really nice guy. Let's go ahead and see how these battles play out. But he does switch into Ampharos, okay? I actually know his team, to be honest. It's double electric with Magnezone. But Ice Punch is going to come out right now. I'm going to try and catch now. Ampharos can have Brutal Swing, and in fact, it definitely has Brutal Swing. It's just, it's kind of debatable whether or not what that other move is. Sometimes you see Thunder Punch, sometimes you see Focus Blast. I've also seen Zap Cannon, so it could be any of the three. But will the Giratina win this matchup? We do see this Dragon Claw. You could shield this and win this matchup, otherwise you're going to lose it. Just going to let it go. So Brutal Swing, of course, is going to KO the Giratina, but Magic Mason is down a shield. They do switch into Trevenant. Okay, that is good for the Charizard. Charizard's going straight for the Blast Burn, and it makes sense to go straight for it. And it does KO, and out comes Magnezone. So there's the Magnezone, the Shadow Magnezone. You want to get to the Blast Burn because you know Blast Burn will KO. If he calls it, I mean, it's going to KO. If he shields it, you're going to be able to get to the Drill Run. You still have 2 shields, so you're looking really good here, right? So Sandslash is going to go ahead and shield this one up. He actually baits going for the attack debuff. That makes sense, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This is double super effective, so she's going to KO. And that is going to be a great game. Actually, Ampharos is still alive, but not going to be able to win that one. Good game. Well played to both trainers. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Shadow Alolan Sandslash into Swampert. So we do have another Swampert. This time a beautiful shiny one. Love shiny Swampert, absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and just call it, let it go. I think most of the time you'll probably see Hydro Cannons. Same when I lead my Cobalion, right? Most of the time, I'll be honest, most of the time I do shield, but most of the time it is Hydro Cannon. So yeah, if you want to call that, you can call it. Anyway, going to be able to catch here. They might throw the Earthquake here. No, another Hydro Cannon, beautiful catch. Oh yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to throw the Hydro Cannon because you were in Hydro Cannon range at that point in time, right? But Tentacruel coming in. Giratina resists all the moves from Tentacruel. So this is a great matchup. Throwing the Ancient Power, going for the boost actually, and able to get it. Holy smokes, able to get that boost. Gonna go ahead and shield. Oh, unless they have Blizzard. Okay, so that could have been why the Tentacruel came in. Yeah, if I was Sylvie and they switched in Tentacruel to respond to my Giratina, I'd be thinking Blizzard as well. I have actually seen Blizzard Tentacruel before. I don't think I've lost to one, but I have seen it. So it is a thing. But either way, if they have Blizzard, they were baiting, I guess, because they didn't throw it. But Giratina is going to go ahead and get off this Dragon Claw. Beautiful. Hydro Cannon, not from a non-shadow, I don't think KOs, so they have to throw the Earthquake. So they do throw the Hydro, not even close to KOing. Golisopod coming in. So yeah, we do see this Dragon Claw right now. I'm going to go ahead and go into the Charizard. Your wing attacks are super effective, which are doing a lot, to be fair, right? Going to be able to get off this Dragon Claw. And they do get off an attack. Liquidation is going to KO you, so you do have to go ahead and shield this one up. And we do see that defense drop, but still able to farm down before they get to an attack. Going to go ahead and throw on CMP. Beautiful counting from Sylvie. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Sylvie hits Legend a lot, right? I think you do, right, my friend? And he's pushing for Legends. And he gets Legend in this video because that's going to be the name of the title. But Charizard is going down. Sandslash is coming in, just going to farm down. Could have thrown the Ice Punch as well, but I guess you recognize they were not going to get to a Hydro Cannon. Even if they did, you still would have won. Good game. Moving on, going up against a Legend, picking up a really good match here. Let's see what they do. They do switch, ooh, okay, into Registeel. Now, this is interesting. Maybe go for this. I mean, you kind of, it's not going to do too much, actually. Gonna go ahead and shield. I'm sure it's a Zap Cannon. It is, but it's really risky not to shield that, right? So we do see this attack coming in from the Sandslash, and that will connect. We're gonna see a switch. No, just gonna stay in. Actually gonna switch now. Now you can farm down, take this attack. Zap Cannon does have a chance to debuff you. They actually, ooh, did you catch that? Maybe you caught that, but either way, if they bring in their own Giratina, at least you're going to be doing a lot of damage. You're going to be doing a lot. I don't think they'll shield this because they know you have an Alolan Sandslash in the back, but at least you'll get some damage off. They actually switch into their own Alolan Sandslash, a Shadow one as well. So we're able to get off this neutral ancient power. I mean, there's no way they farm you down. Well, yeah, there's no way. Okay, I was gonna say, you know, for a second I'm like, no, they're not going to. Ice Punch is gonna be enough to KO. Okay, let's see what decides to come in. Gonna be that Sand Slash. They do have an attack. Do you invest your final shield? Yes, you do. Makes sense. Ooh, this is actually rough because you're down 2 shields. I mean, Charizard can come. Well, no, you're gonna get a shield here. Maybe catch a Drillrun. That would be really cool. Yeah, able to do it. And this is definitely a Drillrun. There's no way they baited because you're out of shield. So this is definitely a Drillrun. I knew that catch was coming. That was a beautiful catch. They still do have that Giratina that can come in and throw an attack right now. Is it Ancient Power? No, it's Dragon Claw. So you will be able to get to your own Dragon Claw. Actually going to throw the Blast Burn. Does Blast Burn do more? It probably does, even though it's resisted. So if you can only get to 1 move, I think Blast Burn does do more. Unfortunately, they still make it to an attack, which is not really ideal for you. Okay, gonna go ahead and go for the Drill Run. Hoping the opponent closes. No, the opponent shields that, but you still make it. Oh, that was a CMP tie, and you do win the CMP there. Holy smokes! Maybe there's some investment in the attack on that Sand Slash. I don't know, honestly. I don't know the FVs, but either way, well played, well played. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you went for the Ice Punch and they called it, you would have lost, so it made sense going straight Drill Run to pick up the shield, right? Okay, going up against the Galvantula. Now, do they go ahead and okay, well, they shield that. Do they bait with the lunge? Because they could bait here. Probably not, because you survive. Oh, they do. I was gonna say you survive a discharge, so I didn't think they would actually bait. But you never know. Trying to catch. Beautiful attempt. Unfortunately, not successful. Mandibuzz is coming in. Now, the good thing about this is like Dragon Breath plus Ancient Power. Not too bad, especially if you get a boost, right? Not too bad against the Mandibuzz. You do survive a foul play. I think you only survive 1, right? Especially after these snarls. Oh no, it looks like you do survive another one. That's actually Air Slash, not Snarl, but so you might survive another one, barely. I think at this range you would, but it's, well, maybe not after the Air Slashes. But we do see a shield investment right now. Now keep in mind that Galvantula does have a lot of energy, which is not great. So Giratina, yeah, I mean Giratina can beat things you wouldn't expect. For example, Mandibuzz, right? So it was worth that shield investment. Jellicent coming in. Okay, out comes the Sand Slash. Sand Slash is going to go ahead and throw this Drill Run. That Charizard has to watch out for the Galvantula. But at the same time, you don't want it on the Jellicent either, right? It's worse against the Jellicent. I don't know. It's bad against both of them. They do throw an attack. We know this is going to be Surf. And that's going to KO. That's fine. What is going to come in? Gonna be that Charizard. They are out of shields, which is good. I imagine you just take this Surf. No, I'm gonna go ahead and shield it. Okay. Oh, gonna switch, maybe anticipating the switch from the opponent, but the opponent actually switches out and throws. Oh, they have Cross Poison. Okay, they don't. Okay, that's why they went for Lunge against the Sand Slash. That actually makes sense now. They don't have Discharge, which is good for you, for your Charizard. Okay, I think you live this. Can you farm down before another one goes through? Oh no, you have to throw this. But you have 2 Dragon Claw attacks. So another Dragon Claw KOs. And you do actually get it, right? I mean, Jellicent is in KO range, I think. Oh, most definitely. Holy smokes, that was a wild ride there. Good game, well played. As you can see, Sylvie really playing amazing. Out of his mind. Great games. Okay. I mean, obviously, Ice Punch is great. They try to catch. Sylvie's not going to fall for that, which is a really good play. So we're going to go ahead and charge up a lot of energy going into the Giratina. I love that overfarm because the energy from Galiciopod really doesn't go... Well, I guess it goes somewhere against Giratina. It doesn't go much, because they can get off a couple liquidations, which does have a chance to debuff you, which is not great. But obviously you do resist the charge attacks, unless they have like Avialace, but I never expect that. and you're going to be able to take that one. And I didn't think they would shield that either, right? Plus, like, if they did, you could start the shield maybe. But either way, we do see a Night Slash coming in. You do live that. Guillotine is such a tank. I really want to get a good IV rank for the Ultra League, my Guillotine. And my Guillotine is just a raid court one, so maybe I'll try and trade for some. Maybe I'll invest in a better one in the future. I don't know, but either way, you have a lot of energy on that Sand Slash. Gonna go ahead and go for one immediately. Do they shield? I actually don't know. Let's see, they do shield. They do want to get off this attack. Earthquake is going to knock you out, so we do see a shield here. It's a Night Slash, which makes sense. But even that Night Slash bait, it is fine because you're still looking good here. Ice Punch is going to pick up the shield. What is in the back? They do get to another attack. You do not want to be hit with an Earthquake, so I'm going to go ahead and invest the shield. It's another Night Slash. Again, unfortunate, but I think it is worth the shield because now shields are down completely. You're going to get rid of this Gliscor, and we'll see what's in the back, and it's actually going to be a Cobalion, but they will make it. We saw that. That's why Sylvie threw this on CMP, because he knew that Cobalion made it, so there was no way you were going to get off the Blast Burn, right? Because you're going to go down to a Stone Edge, right? So might as well get off some damage and hope that this KOs, but know that Cobalion actually gets off an attack. That is rough. Maybe the play there would have been to stay in with the Alolan Sand Slash, let them throw an attack at you if they threw immediately, and then bring in Charizard and then win the race to Blast Burn. Can you do that? But either way, hindsight is 20/20. But it doesn't matter because that's going to be his Legends run anyway in his Legends set. So regardless of the win, does not matter. Congratulations, my friend. Always a pleasure to shoutcast, and thank you so much for your support in the streams and coming and hanging out. I really do appreciate that. If you all would like your battles featured, Legend Run, Expert Run, whatever it happens to be, the link will be in the description down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.